Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment as the Tennessee Titans do the exact opposite as last week. And I don't know who or what the hell this team is, but it was oh so sweet. And I was in attendance for this game. So for those of you that were wondering why I had to come on an hour later, because it takes an hour to get out of that stadium and come back to my apartment. God, that's the only thing that sucks about going to these games is getting out of there. It's hell on earth. We need to do something, and I don't know why we're building the new stadium basically right there. So still, it's going to be a treacherous hell. Walking the bridge and getting back, it's hell. We need to find somewhere else to put a stadium, but it's too late now. Anyway, we got it done. 27-3, a week after being beaten 27-3. Maybe I'm just a lucky charm because I am 10-1 when it comes to going to Titans games, including the last 5, including the Bills win on Monday night, including the Broncos last year, and including this win right here. So maybe I'm just a lucky charm. Maybe I need to buy season tickets. Maybe. I don't know. But wow. Now, I don't want to go too overboard here. I think this is now just like okay, well, this team is what we thought it was. I don't know why they were so flat last week. I don't know why. But I mean, maybe this is just what we're going to get. I mean, we're just going to get a week of what the hell was that, which was really just from Tannehill week 1. A week 2 of the offense playing well, the defense not. A week 3 of not showing up. Week 4 of dominating. All of this adding up to an eventual 8-9 or 9-8. I mean, which could have us winning the division and then probably a first round exit. So there's no reason to go crazy here to me yet. We have the Colts next week. I don't love the Colts right now. I don't love Anthony Richardson right now, although they did have an impressive comeback. And I haven't watched the games yet, so I was at this game. I haven't even watched the highlights. I need to sit down and do all of that. But this was domination, and it was fun to watch, man. It was a lot of fun to watch. Ryan Tannehill, 18 of 25. How many yards did he end up with? He ended up getting 240 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Interception was bad. I don't know what the hell he was doing. This is the beautiful thing about, I was in a nice vantage view. I was around the 50-yard field. I was watching the play go down, and I was like, okay, he's going to throw it away. And then when he threw it, I was like, what the hell is he throwing to? Literally, the only way he could have made that throw is if he were to force it over the top to Colton Dowell, but definitely not where he put it. So this is now the second time this year, maybe third, where Tannehill thought third, where he thought he had a way better arm than he has, or he's just an idiot. Which I guess is also him being an idiot in the first case. So maybe he's, I don't know, sometimes just being an idiot. Because that interception, there's no point. Now, the game was over, so I'm not trying to harp on that. But I still don't know what that was. So because of that, I'm going to give him a B+, but he still played well, very well. It would have been an A if it wasn't for that. It was a shocking play. I don't know what the hell he was looking at. But outside of that, yeah, he played really well. And this is more of what we expect from Ryan Tannehill at this point. That's why he continues to start for this team. That's why he will continue to start for this team. Again, this is going to be one of the tipping points. If you lost the game, but we dominated. So we're back in the same boat. Whether you want to be there or not, here we are. But long live the king. Derrick Henry, 22 carries, 122 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 passing touchdown. And it was funny, too, because I was sitting with my friend. We were discussing the game. We were dominating at this point. And I was like, okay, but yeah, let's get this run game going. And then as soon as I say that, he bounced it outside for that, 29-yard touchdown or whatever it was. And I was like, yep, he's back. And then he dominated for the rest of the game, including his now notorious jump passing touchdown. I don't know how the hell, and I'm not complaining, because if you want to be idiots, go ahead and be idiots. But I don't know how the hell these teams cannot defend this play. have you watched us at all? Is it just a lack of homework and research in terms of what's going on? It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why. Because at this point, especially, by the way, that was a third down in which it was before halftime, in which we didn't have any timeouts with 14 seconds left on the clock. What do we have to do? Well, we failed to do last week, by the way, which now we learned our lesson. We have to either have an incompletion or a touchdown, period. So when you see Derrick Henry back there, and we throw Jeffrey Simmons out there, of course we're doing a Derrick Henry pass. How stupid can you be? How stupid can you be? And apparently the answer is pretty stupid. So they allowed us to score a touchdown on that. Unbelievable there. That was to Wiley, I want to say. That was to Josh Wiley. And I loved it, man. By the way, give your props. So long live the K-Me's back. Give your props to Nick Westbrook-Ikhine. We have our infamous Nick Westbrook-Ikhine game. He has 1 or 2 or 3 of these a year where you're like, okay, that's why he's on the team. And it was today, 5 catches on 6 targets, and could even had the 6th one. Touchdown as well. And he should have had another touchdown because Tannehill missed him. Tannehill, he threw left into the left side of the end zone when Nick Westbrook-Ikhine was open underneath. Would have been another touchdown for him. So that was a miss for Tannehill. But he played well. So you can give him all the hit that you want, but he played well. Chris Moore had his infamous deep catch today, 44 yards. Also had which by the way, okay, that's a drop. But I'll take it. I will take it. That's a drop. I need to watch the replay in terms of what, the TV looked like, but oh my God, that's a drop. If that is a catch, Dez Bryant and Calvin Johnson, you go to the league office and be like, you need to reverse some things. Because if Chris Moore can catch a ball and then boop, have it taken away, there's no football move there. What are y'all talking about, dog? This was less of a catch than Dez Bryant, period. Are you out of your mind? Seriously. Now, it benefited us, but I want to be fair. Because if it happened on the opposite side, we would be pissed. So what the hell? How was that Chris Moore call a catch? Again, I need to watch the TV replay, but that's a BS. The refs sucked. Luckily, early for us, it was bad, and then they got better for us, but they were terrible. The phantom offside against Arden Key. What? And then they called unsportsmanlike conduct on Joe Mixon and Jeffrey Simmons like 2 plays after they got into an argument. Why are you calling it now? The terrible pass interference call against Roger McCreary. What the hell was that? But I don't know. It was very, very, very terrible refereeing in my opinion. But hey, it was nice to see Josh Wiley get a nice 24-yard catch and finally get there and get the touchdown. So now he's finally getting involved. Tyjae Spears, 5 carries for 40 yards. He had a nice burst, 22-yard run. You saw him be able to go sideline to sideline. Again, don't know if he's a bell cow, but he's a nice compliment to Derrick Henry. This is what Antigua Conco finally got into the mix with 3 catches for 29 yards. This is what we envisioned that this offense would look like. This is what we hoped that this offense would look like. And if this offense looks like this, then we can definitely be competitive. We can definitely do some things. And then defensively, again, Big Jeff Simmons. There's a reason why we paid this man 4 years, $100 million, because he's an absolute and total beast. You look at Arden Key got in with the sack, Travis Gibson. Who was it that got the strip? I want to say that was... I couldn't see who actually got it on the field, but I know Kevin Byard got the recovery. Doesn't say who forced it here, but whoever forced a fumble, shout out to you. And just overall, the defense played really well. Other than just the run game or run defense struggling early, and I guess for the game, I mean, we gave up really 4.8 yards per carry to Joe Mixon, which is really what matters. If you look at the stats, it's 4 yards per carry for the game, but the Joe Mixon, he was thrashing us a little bit early there, just consistently. But man, I don't know what's going on with the Bengals. I don't know what's going on. And by the way, it was Gibson who forced it. Thank you in the chat for that. I don't know what the hell's going on with the Bengals. Joe Burrow looks terrible. I mean, but also I will say this. I didn't like how their wide receivers were playing. And also the concepts that they're running. I don't think Zach Taylor's doing a good job. I don't think that offensive staff is doing a good job right now at all. So, but it's so strange because they're having so much success. So either teams are figuring them out or Joe Burrow's calf is really bothering him. But he was missing throws. He definitely was missing throws, and he's rattled. I mean, this is now the second performance this year in which they put up 3. I mean, that's absurd. You shouldn't put up 3 once a year. They give already twice in 4 weeks. It's terrible. This Bengals team is going to miss the playoffs. It's over. I mean, next week they go to the Cardinals, so they're probably going to win. But I can't even say that very confidently. Then they have the Seahawks, 49ers, and Bills. And they're still in the AFC North, where they're still going to have to play the Ravens again. They're still going to have to play the Steelers twice. They're going to have to play the Browns again. They go at the Chiefs. They go at the Jaguars. This Bengals team is missing the playoffs. It's missing the playoffs. So now those are now 2 teams now, and the Bengals and the Jets, who I had making the playoffs, they will miss the playoffs just because they injured Aaron Rodgers, and the Bengals because they stink. Now the Browns are better than I thought, I think, although they lost today, but there was no Deshaun Watson, so I'll give them a credit on that. But the Chargers are now ahead against the Raiders. Are probably going to win this game, so they're still in the mix. And then we'll see what happens elsewhere. But we're also in the wild card race, a race that I thought was going to be more competitive, but the AFC is a little worse than I imagined. Look at the AFC South. Everyone's 2-2, and these are not good teams. I'm not convinced about anyone in the AFC South. I mean, the Jaguars, I had winning the division at 10-7. To be honest, I still have that, but they're not looking great. And I mean, 10-7, I had them 10-7 rings because it's not a great record. They're not a great team still. And then the Colts, it's a fake record. And the Texans, CJ Stroud looks good. He does look good, and that pisses me off because we could have had him. But he's still a rookie. And is he going to win the AFC South in his rookie year? I don't know about that. It's throwing to Nico Collins and Robert Woods. I still have my doubts about that. But they're going to win. I mean, I had them this year winning 5 games. They might end up winning 7 or 8, a little bit more on the upward trajectory than I anticipated. But DeMeco Ryans is a good coach, and CJ Stroud is a good quarterback, so it makes sense. So, yeah, I mean, we're back where we are. I mean, this is what, it's just kind of weird because, it's just so frustrating because I don't know. I guess I don't care. But it's just can we just be a little more predictable? I'm 0-4 picking Titans games this year. So it's just dude, I don't even know what to expect, but I'm not betting on them anymore. I had a parlay with them losing -2.5. I'm done. I'm no longer putting my money down on this team to win, lose, do nothing. And I already had a rule about that, but I've been breaking it this year. I'm going back to it because what the hell is the point? You don't know what the hell you're getting from this team. You don't. You never know what the hell you're getting from this team. You don't. You have no idea. Week to week. Because again, last week was bad. Last week was one of the most boring, pitiful, awful performances this offense has ever seen. This is one of the more dominant performances in recent history that this team has ever seen. I'm not going to say ever. Although last week was literally ever. So I don't know. I mean, I wish I had some great analysis. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what this team is, but I do think they are going to go into Indianapolis and win next week. Now, it's a divisional game. It's a rival game, so you never really know what happens with those games, so that's something that you do have to consider. But, yeah, this team is just a strange team, man. They're the Tennessee Titans, and that's why we hate them, and that's why we love them. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream short because, again, I am tired from the game, but thank you all for checking out the game, checking out my recap of the game. What are your thoughts on the Tennessee Titans beating the Cincinnati Bengals 27-3? Comment down below. I'd like to know. Until next time, this has been MJ of Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. See you all later.